Hey, and we're back again, okay? This is the Cat House. If you will rewind, I guess about, 4 months before this, maybe 5 months now. Man, time flies. But this is the Cat House. This is the house that we had, purchased, sellers living here. There was 89 cats that we had to remove and do a full renovation on. And now we're not all the way done yet, but we're there. We're probably about 2 weeks away with getting done. And I wanted to talk to you about how we raised money for this property, for the purchase, for the rehab, made profit on the front, and we're gonna resell it and make profit on the back. And I also wanted to give you some other examples of how you can do the same strategy that I use, raise money from other people who have, liquid hanging around in a bank account or 401k, and how you can help them make money on their money while you maximize on real estate. So watch this right now. So great, all right? You see me, right? I got these deals, I'm doing these deals great. You're saying that you can use other people's money. Let's call it short, OPM, okay? Q Dom Kennedy. Right? So we can use other people's money, but how do I find people that have money? So when I'm not understanding, I have zero money, okay? I literally have $1,000 to my name. You're telling me that somebody's gonna give me $180,000 for a house, and they're not gonna look at my credit or look at my bank statements or not judge me for whatever I got in my past? Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you, okay? Now, the people that you're looking for, they're looking for sophisticated investors. So I'm not necessarily saying that it's gonna be easy, okay? It's definitely gonna be hard, okay? You have to find opportunities to add value to them, okay? Now I'm gonna give you a couple different scenarios about how I've structured deals, who I structured them with as far as the seller, why they were selling, so that way you can see why I got a good deal, and then the opportunity that I provided to my private money guy, those terms and how we structured it, so you literally can just copy and paste what I did into your business, okay? Now the first one we're going over is this flip right here, okay? This is one that we purchased. Number one, the seller found us online, right? So I have an online website. I have two actually. One is Buy Try Homes. The other is Sell My House Greensboro.com. So they came to the Buy Try Homes website and put in an inquiry, said they wanted to sell. Great. Turns out she wanted to sell because she was behind on taxes, and the house, of course, had 89 cats, and it smelled pretty bad. And her husband was going through some respiratory issues, so they wanted to sell. Great. Okay. So I had that deal. It's in the best zip code in Greensboro, in my opinion, 27410. And I was able to negotiate a price that worked for her in the condition that it was in for $66,000, okay? Now, ARV wise, after repair value, so after it's all fixed up, not in the condition that I bought it in, but after it's all fixed up, it's gonna be worth $275,000, okay? So think about this. The seller came to me, she found me via marketing, okay? I negotiated with her. Now I have that opportunity under contract, okay? You need it under contract, just a simple purchase and sell agreement. If you need a purchase and sell agreement, just go ahead and click thisismetakingaction.com and you can find a free purchase and sell agreement that we give out, and I'll give you a free copy there, okay? And I got it on the contract, and then I started marketing it to my private money guys, okay? Think about the value that is. Hey, Mr. Private Money Guy, I got this opportunity. It's worth $270,000, all right? I can buy it, okay, for $66. What I need is $70,000 of rehab money on top of the purchase price. Actually, this deal was so good, my private money guy gave me 90 grand for the purchase price and 70 grand for the rehab. So I made money on the front, okay? So boom, you got the seller, you got the contract, you market it to your private money guys, okay? This particular private money guy found me through another website that I have, okay? Sometimes instead of me buying it, I simply assign my rights to the contract to other buyers. So I have another website for that, Triad Discount Homes. 3 years ago, this guy found that website, and he knew I had deeply discounted deals on my website, okay? Finally, after he realized that instead of buying from me, he got tired of, hammering, managing contractors, dealing with realtors, dealing with buyers, dealing with appraisers. He said, well, man, forget that. I can make good money just by giving you, the hustler, the boots on the ground that's been doing this for years, because I've been watching you do this via social media. I could just give you the money and still make a good return on my money. So he reached out to me and says, hey, bro, look, don't sell that house. I'll give you the funds for it. Okay. So he gave us, once again, 90 grand for the purchase. Remember, I got it under contract for 66 and 70 grand for the rehab. Okay. So that's how I found that particular private money guy. And the way we structured it is a deed of trust. Okay. A deed of trust secures your private money guy. So that means if you don't pay him back, he can then foreclose on you and take the property back. So most of your private money guys need to be secured by deed of trust. It helps protect them. And honestly, it's just right in business to do. Okay. So boom, that's my first private money guy. I found him, using a website that I provided, through a service that I provided, Discount Properties. Okay. Now my next situation, okay, I call it a situation because it's actually one of my friends. It wasn't me marketing or anything like that. Just one of my college friends. His name is Kyle. He said, hey, Sawan, you're doing a bunch of deals. How can I get involved? What can I do? I said, well, man, I always need funds. Now this guy, he's actually pretty well off, still young, still my age, right? We went to, college together, so he's still my age. But him and his wife, they're engineers, so they make a good amount of money, and they don't have any kids, and they also don't have a house. So they're looking for tax breaks. So they said, well, if I could move this money from here to you, I can get a tax break, and then you're also gonna be making my money, and it'll come back full circle. So the first deal that me and him did together was an unsecured loan. Very small, less than 10 grand, 14% interest, what I typically pay. And we did a deal just like that. Say, hey, you give me 7 grand, I'll give you 8 grand back. Perfect. Now we've kind of worked our way up the ranks, and me and him, we just did a deal via Sub2. So this is the way it went. The seller found us once again on our website, and she wanted to sell us their house, and we was able to take the mortgage over to buy it like that. Okay. We needed 10 grand to actually buy it, and then we needed another 18 to fix it up. Okay, so Kyle gave us all of those funds, supported by deed of trust. Okay, so that's how he's protected. Now we own the house, right? General warranty deed, and we're making those monthly mortgage payments. Okay, and we pay him a split on the rent. So we ended up renting it out for about 7 months. He got half of the rent, we got half of the rent. And then we also gave him a profit split when we sold it. So we picked it up, he gave us the funds for it, supported by deed of trust, split half of the rents for 6 months. And then at the end of it, he walked away with a 5 grand profit on top of the interest that he had got during the time of us holding it as well. And of course, his initial investment. Okay, you see how this is working? You see how this is working? He's able to use money that he has, right, to help you so he can make money, okay? The seller needs to get out of situation, so they need you to offer them a quick solution so that they can get out of their situation, okay? So you see how you are literally the bearing, you're literally the bushing in between the two pieces. All you have to do is find an opportunity to present to someone else, and the money will find you. I typically tell people, in order to find private money, you must have some success in your expertise, because money follows success, okay? And that's honestly the next best way to find private money guys. Think about it. Whenever you're doing deals and you're assigning them, you do a deal, you assign it, you do a deal, you assign it, your buyers are most likely using private money. And since it's backed by deed of trust, most of the times you're gonna have to shake hands, meet, or even see the LLC name that private money guy is working within. And then you can use that connection, right? You assign it to a buyer and you see his private money guy's guarantor on the HUD. You can use that connection to start a relationship, okay? And that's how I met the next young fella, okay? So this one we have set up a little differently, okay? He's down in Texas, okay? He has a $20 million a year company, just bukus of money, crazy, right? he doesn't see short-term gains. He's looking for long-term gains, and he's looking to move his money so he doesn't get taxed on it. Okay. So instead of doing deed of trust on this one, we actually did an LLC. So he owns 50% of the LLC. I own 50% of the LLC. Triad Housing Group 1. Okay. And we put a 1 on it because we only put 10 properties in each LLC, and then we create Triad Housing Group 2, and then Triad Housing Group 3, and so on. Okay. So we create this LLC together. Now, every time I want to buy a house, boom, he funds the opportunity. I make sure it meets his criteria as ROI, right? So we picked up a house for 12 grand. He gave me the 12 grand, okay? I put in 10 grand to fix it. He put in 10 grand to fix it. So now we're all in about 32 or something like that. The house appraises for 200. We don't sell it. We rent it out. It's rented out for 1,100 bucks. Okay. And we literally split that rent every single month. And in this case, since we own it in an LLC, neither one of us really touched the bank account. So there you go. 3 private money situations, 3 private money, persons. That's how I met them. That's how we did a deal. That's how we structured it. Okay. Now, I know it's kind of hard to squeeze in all the information in a little 5-10 minute video. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop it below. But remember, you can do this, okay? All you need is a good opportunity, okay? That's really all you need. It's not about you. It's not about your credit. It's about finding someone, that needs your help, right? And the service that you provide is a quick, convenient sell on the seller side, and on the private money side is a protected investment that's going to bring you 14% on your money. Okay, your 401k is not doing that. Let's be serious. Okay, so if you have any questions, reach out to me. Okay, if you need one-on-one coaching, this is metakinaction.com. And best believe I want to help you make money in real estate. Okay, so go out, make offers today, and have an awesome one. Okay.